Hello to my Aries. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Aries. Okay, Nine of Wands wanted to pop out the deck. Nine of Wands came out of the deck. We're going to just leave that came out in reverse. So this is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your reading. Um, let's get into it. I've already prayed over your cards. I already asked Most High God for complete and total clarity in every area of your lives. And let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards. We have some videos that's going up on the Patreon side, and if you want bonus videos, they're going up on the membership side. So I just want to let you know that this is at the time of filming, we're in Cancer season, so we do have a lot of giveaways. We still are doing giveaways. So just so you know, and just so you know. Okay, so here we have Nine of Wands is in reverse. So that is like trying to tap into some kind of inner resources, or struggling with something, or maybe feeling a little overwhelmed or defensive or paranoid about something. So let's get into it. And see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Here we have the Six of Wands. Here we also have the Knight of Wands. Something is like baiting and switching, like being around certain types of energy. So hold on now. Let me see. Here we have the Six of Wands here. Source is trying to get somebody away from some energies. Like Source is trying to get somebody away from certain types of, just like certain types of ideas. So we hold on for a second. Knight of Wands here. So that's with 6, and Knight would be 5 of energy, like this bait and switch in somebody's spirit. Here we also have the King of Wands. We also have the King of Pentacles here, and we also have the Princess of Cups here. So it's a certain type of energy that Source is trying to get somebody away from. Like it's like a certain type of mindset, like a certain type of an assumption about something, like impulsive, like jumping to conclusions about something, like some Source is trying to get somebody away from that, like succumbing to passive and powerless behavior. I don't know what somebody's jumping to conclusions about when it comes to something, but somebody has enough wealth of knowledge about just your prayer life. I feel like somebody's a prayer warrior, because I know your ruling planet Mars is a warrior planet, right? But somebody is like feeding somebody's fire, like it's some like lost energies. It could be another fire energy. It could be another fire energy, another Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Like something is like, what is it called? Like poking the flames or whatever. Something's like fanning the flame. Somebody's doing something to to cause somebody to just like somebody has enough information about something to not be paranoid about something, to not just kind of sort of feel like you're confused about something. Like you have a wealth of knowledge about something, to get away from energies that have succumbed to passive and powerless behavior, or egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. So that King of Pentacles would be just like, so Source wants somebody to really stay focused. Like stay focused. Just action oriented and stay focused. Don't go back into, just being confused or lost or, upset or whatever it is. Sources say get some rest. Just move on from the disappointment, because it's like somebody is just like intentionally trying to, something about their energy is like causing a bunch of confusion. Here we have the Knight of Cups here. Knight of Cups. So that's how somebody's going to save themselves. Like instead of waiting for somebody else to save, it's like just, something has already been fulfilled. Just move on from something. Close out something. Close out a cycle in love. You're on your throne. You pray. Somebody increase their prayer life. Here we also have the Sun card. Yeah. Here we have the Hierophant card here. So somebody is starting to understand just how people are wired. Like somebody could feel like they have a loved one that's just like stubborn, like they just like somebody is falling back into feeling like passive and powerless behavior, and somebody's just been praying for somebody. And so it's that you have a wealth of information. You have enough information to say, okay, something has been fulfilled. I'm not waiting for something else. I already know. Like I can just pray. This is when instead of like being this the dark side of fighting energy, is my way or the highway. Source is saying, look, be on the light side of Emperor energy and pray for people, because this prayer is going to change some things. That's what Source is trying to get somebody to do. Because it's like it's got all this stuff going on with somebody. It's just saying this it's like somebody's looking for something that's just kind of sort of soothe, like a knight to come along, and like a knight in shining armor, whether it's a man or woman or whatever, like knight, somebody to come to save something, somebody kind of sort of soothe that, soothe that feeling. It's two situations going on here. Like somebody's looking for something that just kind of calms somebody's fire down. Here we have the Five of Pentacles, and so somebody could be talking to people about some stuff. That source is like, I'm telling you to keep people out of your business. I'm telling you to keep people out of your business, because it's giving it's giving the impression that you want to be picked or chosen for something. Like I feel like somebody is around. I feel like somebody is around energies that like to prey on people's perceived weaknesses. Like you could be around those types of energies. Like you could have those types of neighbors that like want to know what's going on in your house, Aries. They could be like watching, like if you drive a nice car, you like have a nice house, you have a manicure yard and all that other stuff. They watching your every move, right? And so if your mind is off drifted on something else because you're confused about something else that's going on, source is saying people are paying attention to that, all of that, right? And so this is why it's going to be important for somebody to be in hermit crab shell mode and like learn how to balance it out. So the moon is in a waxing crescent moon phase. Waxing crescent moon phase is all about setting intentions, right? So if you say, okay, I intend to live a softer life, that's part of like putting action behind living a softer life. So that means, okay, I need to sit in the house every now and then and just relax. I don't always need to be out busy doing stuff. When I need to be in the house processing my emotions, I need to sit down, pamper myself. I need to do that, because what somebody doesn't see is that they have people around them watching them. That's what I'm seeing here in the cards. There's some energies that's around you watching, like your neighbors are watching somebody coming and going. They're watching every little thing that you're doing. These could be energies that have cameras on there. Like people have cameras on their front door, whatever the case may be. You don't know who they connected with. I'm not telling somebody this to be paranoid. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing here in the cards. And so Source is saying, okay, it's time for you to start paying attention to your surroundings, because you don't know who knows whom. And it's two energies in particular that's behind something. And so if somebody is kind of sort of like, so we got the Hierophant card here. So if Aries, you could be on the cusp of Taurus, or if you're not on the cusp of Taurus, you could have Taurus somewhere in your birth chart. To check your birth chart, Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is the planet of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics. It's also a peacemaker planet. Venus is a peacemaker planet, and so how that connects with the moon moving into Libra. Libra is also ruled by Venus, right? So I feel like there's some people around you who feel like things just come a little bit too easy for you, Aries. I hope y'all are paying attention to what I'm saying. There's some energies around you who feel like things just come too easy for you all. And so they're watching every little move you make. So it's like almost like they're in survival mode, and they feel like, okay, this person is rich, they got some money, there's something going on with them. We want to know what's behind their closed door. This is the Five of Pentacles here. So you want to pay attention. Like if your neighbors got their cameras pointed right at your front door, you may need to get some cameras. Or so instead of somebody feeling like, okay, you trying to Because you could have something else going on in another area of your life where you're about to go back into being distracted and go back to, let's say, for instance, you got a lot of stuff going on at work and it's just about to pull you back into just being overwhelmed and just work, and you're not even paying attention to your neighbors. So you coming home all hours of the night, you're not paying attention, all kind. So it needs somebody to be paying attention. Like sit down somewhere and a crab shell right here, when you start feeling, when a crab feels like, okay, it feels unsafe, it goes back into a crab shell. So it's just trying to help somebody to balance some things out so you can pay attention to your surroundings. People don't care whether you didn't pay full price for stuff. They don't care whether, you got a bargain, whether somebody gave you some stuff as a gift. They don't care about that stuff. You're dealing with some people around you that's in survival mode. So somebody knows. Here we have the three of swords here. So 3 and 4 is, so you're just trying to move through a rite of passage, right? And so you're just transitioning. Somebody's learning how to transition and live a softer life, and things are starting to come to you. And some people are paying attention to your every move. And so remember, Pluto being retrograde, Aries, Pluto is not only the planet of power and transformation, it's also the planet of rebirth, it's the planet of metamorphosis, but more importantly, it's also the planet of obsessions. There are some energies that are obsessed with preying on energies. So you want to pay attention to that. So if you live in spaces where you already, like I say, I got to watch my neighbors and I got to watch this and that, and people are thinking, okay, they got all this going on, you have a wealth of knowledge about those types of spirits. So sources like, protect yourself, like pay attention to your surroundings. Here we have the Page of Wands here. So somebody's going to feel like a teenager again when you feel like you're well rested. You're not always out the house doing stuff all the time. So here we have the Temperance card. So yeah, you have a guardian angel that's helping you to balance some things out within. But yeah, so when a waxing crescent moon, like it is a waxing crescent moon, that's about setting intentions. And so if your intention is to live a softer life, that means sitting in the house every now and then and saying, okay, if I feel like I don't have to always be out, always busy, always doing something. I need to set a schedule and just like, okay, if I'm coming in the house, I'm just going to relax. I'm going to kick back and I can find something on TV or movies or whatever. Queen of Swords, and carefully vet my thoughts. So here we have the Nine of Cups here. So I'm seeing a lot of your wishes being fulfilled. I'm seeing a lot of your wishes fulfilled. But Swords is saying somebody's going to have to move on from some past disappointments. Somebody's going to decide when you wake up, hey, I need to move on from some past disappointments here. Like I can't stay in disappointment mode. I need to move on from some past disappointments and not just be impulsively like, okay, I'm disappointed by something, so I got to go out even more. So it's no. You need to sit in the house because some energies around you are paying attention to every little thing that you're doing. They're paying attention. So you need to pay attention. Here we have the King of Swords. That's right. You need to use wisdom. King of Swords is wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. So let's see what else we got going on. Yeah, use wisdom. A lot of times people feel like this, like I said, okay, you're disappointed by something, I need to keep myself busy. So, every sign has their thing, right? Every sign, every zodiac sign has their thing. So sources say some people, when they get stressed, they go hang out with their friends even more. Some people, they get stressed, they stay in the house even more. Some people get stressed, they pick up several more jobs, whatever it is. But something is like, there's some like looking at you got some youthful energy around you that it can go either way. Like if you're talking to some people about, wealth of knowledge, or like you got some money coming in or some property or whatever the case may be, you letting people in and they're seeing certain things. Sources saying because you're so busy focusing on something else, somebody may not be paying attention to what they're telling people, like what they're saying, right? King of Pentacles does not always mean that you got like a whole bunch of money sitting in the bank, right? Or whatever the currency is. King of Pentacles also mean that you have a wealth of knowledge about things too. But if you're telling that to somebody who is in survival mode and they looking around and they think, okay, well, you living in such and such mansion, or you driving some kind of car, or you connected to this person or that person that can get you this place and that place, or you working this kind of job, and you the head of something such and company and this and whatever, or you know these type of people or whatever. Source is saying protect your energy, because that youthful energy can also go a different way too. That could be somebody who's very immature too. So protect your energy. Protect your energy. Someone who has a bullying type of a spirit too. So protect your energy. Protect your energy. Protect your energy. Here we have the High Priestess energy. Yeah, so this is where High Priestess is going to come in. This is the divine feminine side to the High Priest energy, right? So you want to use your intuition. That's right, World card. You want to listen to something has been fulfilled. Two situations in particular have been fulfilled. So Source is saying to you, move on from some past disappointments. Whatever it is, that's not the time to say, okay, impulsively, I need to just keep myself busy outside of my vault door, which would be somebody's house, because there's a lot of fire around you. There's a lot of stuff going on around you. It could be your neighborhood. It could be wherever you live. Like, it doesn't matter, because I know I'm talking to a camera, but wherever you live, pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Tell people where you're going, what time you expect to be there. Like y'all know. Pay attention. Because that's it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. This right here. Somebody are dealing with some energies that's wearing a mask. They're basically masking their pain. They're masking their pain. They're wearing a mask about like they're masking their aggression in terms of like their financial situation. So it's like dealing with people who are living above their means, right? So sometimes you don't know your neighbors. Some of your neighbors could be looking at you like, okay, they got all this nice stuff going on. They connected to this and that. And even though you may want you probably warm up to them, wouldn't have a problem helping certain neighbors. Source is saying to you, as you're planting seeds, and I see your money growing and your wishes are becoming fulfilled and things are happening for you and you raising your frequency and stuff is happening, you also don't know who is listening. That's what Source is trying to help somebody, like who is listening. Because King of Pentacles, when you watch readings and you keep seeing the King of Pentacles coming out, people looking at that, oh, somebody rich, somebody got some money. It doesn't always mean that you got money in the bank or whatever the currency is. It can mean wealth in terms of like wealth of knowledge, wealth of spiritual knowledge, wealth of, intuition, wealth of whatever the case may be. And somebody's like, okay, well, I don't want them to know this and I don't want them to know that. How they know this and that. So, and that can make some people scared or nervous. So protect your energy, adjust your crown. I see you being down to earth and quite relatable. I do see it's harvest time for you. Here we also have everything is fine. Source is saying to you, everything is fine. So I see you moving on from some disappointments, from the past. But at least there's some movement happening. Two situations closed out. I see you moving on. You're going to feel very fortunate to have a guardian angel to help you to move on, from some things. And we have the King of Pentacles here coming out twice. So King of Pentacles came out twice. Like I said, you and somebody have a wealth of knowledge about a lot of things. And again, you just never know who is around you. And that's what this whole reading is all about. Here we have the Queen of Swords here. So you and somebody will learn how to carefully vet your thoughts, and not always be out whenever you feel like, okay, you feel stressed. Here we have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands here. So it's you and somebody. You and somebody. So you're helping somebody to learn how to take the blindfolds off. Two of Swords here. You're helping somebody take the blindfolds off. So that, they don't succumb to those mind games, those whatever those mind games are. People baiting them into telling people how much money they have, how much, what kind of property they have, who they connected to, and all of this other stuff. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. So that you don't have to spend 8 hours a day worried about, who's around you, this kind of stuff or whatever. So somebody can put that 8 hours into that, clarity of thought and focusing on, you pray for something, you're like, okay, I prayed about it. You meditated on it, gave it to source, hey, and so that's what somebody's intentions may be. It's like, okay, instead of being worried about something and nervous about something, you're going to pray about it and give it to source. have conversations, give it to source, teach other people how to pray for stuff, and just give it to source. So that's what I'm seeing for you. That's what I'm seeing for you. Since you have a wealth of knowledge, but yeah, be careful of your surroundings, because somebody is still kind of worried about some people being lost, like somebody just like kind of being lost as you're trying to get back in the saddle and move forward and travel and do all these kind of things. So you're just learning how to take your power back. You're learning how to take your power back, especially when you're dealing with people who are kind of hard-headed. They're not listening. You're dealing. So sources like you don't want to be hard-headed and not listen. So here we have the Wheel of Fortune came out twice. So like I said, somebody's feel very fortunate. I see you being booked and busy and not burdened and bitter. But I see you getting away from those types of spirits. But yeah, that's something that's going to take you to be balanced out, to even pick up on that type of energy, being around those types of spirits. So here we have High Priestess energy again, right? So Source is definitely connecting you with some energies. I feel like here we have the Queen of Wands here. Yeah, so I definitely feel like you will feel happy and free. And like I said, 3 situations closed out all together. You moving on, moving forward. Here we also have 3 of Wands. I feel like somebody's taking a leap of faith moving forward. You have a sea of opportunities coming your way. A sea of opportunities coming your way. I do feel like a bait and switch, in somebody's spirit, and we also have the 4 of Wands here, here 5 and 4 is 9. Somebody's definitely coming into the light about a lot of things. Yeah. And to just stay away from certain types of, to stay away from certain types of energies, like survival mode types of energies. Here we have the Strength card. And so, yeah, and then it is the 8 of Wands here, and then the Ace of Wands, right? So again, coming into the light about a lot of things, right? And then also 7 of Wands, and that would be the meditation. So there's a lot of fire in your cards. And so it looks like somebody could be in a space where there's a lot of people that's in survival mode around you. And that's why I was saying, when you're moving on from things that you're disappointed about, in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you may impulsively think, hey, I'm going to go hang out, whatever. And so Source is saying, that bait and switch, you may be warming up to, oh yeah, I'm usually going to hang out. Source is like, you may, that's where you may want to sit down and just relax. You may want to just kind of sit down and relax and kind of sort of take it easy. Yeah, so you're also teaching other people to kind of sort of do the same, because that's the only way you're going to kind of figure. So if you're always in survival mode, then you don't know when your solar plexus chakras feel like, okay, something doesn't feel right. You're just in survival mode. You don't know who you can trust, who you can't trust. You start thinking everybody trying to burn you. You can't trust, that kind of stuff. So Source is saying, what was coming your way is somebody has new and exuberant love coming across their path. They are a wealth of knowledge as well. They're trying to help. Both of y'all are balanced out. They too have been around people who are masking something, but it's time for you to open up your vault door. And then you have the gift of clairsentience. And so speak some things into existence, but your mental health is just as important as your physical health. Just leave some energies behind. Whoever those 2 energies are, leave them behind. Don't return their call. Your ancestors have a message for you. It's time for you to schedule a vacation. So they have not been completely honest with you, and so you are protected and loved, and so just close out the cycle in love, close it out in love, and so, but the best is yet to come. So, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. So don't give yourself a headache over it. Don't give yourself a headache over it. But yeah, what Source is trying to help somebody to do is live a softer life. But the way that Source goes about helping us to live a softer life is, in this case right here, was helping somebody to come out of survival mode. You got a lot of energies positioned around you that's in survival mode. And so it's like, okay, you don't always need to impulsively just be out every single time you're going through a stressor at work or at home. You don't always need to be out of the house. Sometimes it's a good idea to sit in the house and, go back into your crab shell and just maybe cook for yourself or, those kind of things when you're talking about just being at peace with yourself. So 33, I am expanding. So any positive changes or projects that you're considering right now will be worth your while. Expect that your power to manifest and create will be heightened. Yeah. So let's see what else we have. Let's see what else we have. Let's see what else we have. So yeah, so as somebody is, like I said, setting intentions and moving more towards more peaceful relationships, you know, in your life, and learning how to kind of go back into your crab shell and just relax, you know, kind of be more of a homebody a little bit, and just kind of watch what you're saying around certain people, you know, who could be in survival mode when it comes to your financial situation and all that kind of stuff. Here are the questions for you. First question: is your work bringing more peace, justice, beauty, or harmony to the world, and then how could you amplify that? The second question is: what would happen if you spent more time with people who are completely at peace with themselves? The third question is: do you receive as much as you give, or vice versa? Fourth question is: which small steps could you take to create more beauty in your space? And then last but not least is: what would happen if you were to shift from complaining to a permanent sense of gratitude? I am safe to be my authentic self. That's right. I'm safe to be my authentic self. Yeah. Yeah. Creative frequency. So somebody is definitely creating the life that you prayed for. You're definitely creating a life that you prayed for. But just be mindful of the spirits around you, because you have some people that's around you, like physically around you, like neighbors, so we're crystal clear, who are in survival mode, who sit around and watch the news about the economy. Things are going well for you, and they're watching the news about the economy, and your money is increasing. They listening to what you're talking about. So your intentions could be sincere in wanting to help people, Aries, but that doesn't always mean that somebody is they're patiently waiting on you to help them, right? So some people just have a bullying spirit. They just like they're gonna take what they want. They don't care. They not waiting on somebody, you know. So just protect your energy. Let's see. I think that's it. I hope those questions have been helpful. Hope those questions have been helpful. Hope those questions have been helpful. Expect powerful change. Expect powerful change. Powerful change. Powerful change. Expect powerful change. I attract success by being my authentic self. Okay, so we got two of those cards right. So yeah. So, yeah, be careful of when you're talking money matters around people, because some people will assume that you got more than what you really got going on, and if you do have that, somebody's going to have to learn, you know, some stuff going on. So that is what I have for you, Aries. I will see you all in the next. Reading. But yeah, somebody is really. I feel like somebody is somebody close to you, like that either lives around you, is inspired by just your property, or inspired by your money, or inspired by, you know, something that, like material possessions. That's why you got so much money here in the cards. And they could be, like I said, in survival mode for something. I don't know what it is, but just pay attention. So whatever it is, you could be disappointed about something else going on in your life. So it's just like, don't be so disappointed that you don't sit down and just be able to process your intuition about some things. Start taking some notes. Start downloading those dreams and start writing. Even if it just don't even make sense to you, just still journal that. So that is what I have for you all. But I will see you all in the next reading. All right? Bye.